Here we go. Hey, y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. Ah, yeah. It is the Big Plate live from Barley's in Knoxville's Old City. If you aren't here, you're missing the party today. We've got a great show for you. Feel free to come join us. And if you can't be here, you can watch it stream live on the WDVX Facebook page. So today is a very special day because we not only just have one or two acts for you, we have three acts for you today on the Big Plate. So we're gonna have a little extra extended show today. Of course, the great James McMurtry is here. He's going to be up here a little bit later. James has come over to be here with us this morning, and he's brought Betty Sue, who's on tour and opening his shows with him, and she's going to be doing a few tunes for us here today as well. To get things started, now we've been trying to work out a date to get these guys on the show for a minute here, and they are based out of Santa Cruz, California. Y'all give a great big welcome to Wolf Jett to the Big Plate live from Barley's.
One, two, three. I will not be here, 'cause I got
Well, I guess it's time for me to come out and say it. I was born here in Knoxville. My whole family is from here, Alcoa, Maryville. What's up to the Joneses and the Jett families? This one's for my grandmothers who have long since gone from this earthly realm, and I miss them very much. I want to dedicate this song to all those who have gone, and very happy to be here at Barley's. Said
This is Wolf Jett with us here today on the Big Plate, live from Barley's. Hey, Chris Jones there is front dude, and well, I named you boss before the show, so
Don't call me that, because then people ask me questions. And
Well,
want
you
stuff.
stand in the front, so you look like the boss. So I'm gonna throw my questions to you about, because I learned the band is kind of newish. It's not a very old band.
Not
And
especially,
then
no.
just right after you became a band, everything stopped happening for a while.
Yeah.
Then I had read that you all decided you personally, I believe, built your own little studio.
Me and John did in his place in
So
Santa Cruz.
everything
Mountains,
to, kind of hold up in during the thing.
yeah.
And then yet another tragedy happened.
The house burned down, and the CZU fires, lightning fires, yeah. That was in the papers, and that was fun.
That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're making lemonade out of the situation, actually. So, so when did your actual record get made?
So the record got made in 2019, and it was due to come out 2020 March, and we actually had the Big Plate special booked in March 2020. Great time in on that,
Mm-hmm.
and then so it didn't get released for another year, and so yeah, it was 2019. We had 3 tours set up and the whole thing, and you know how that went. So.
Yeah. So you had to hold off a little while, but it got out there finally. Now, is it self-titled?
That one is self-titled, yes.
Okay.
And we have another one on the way. It's done. We're just putting the finishing touches on it now, and it should be out in June or July at least. And it's going to be called Time Will Come. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So give me a little. Who does the songwritings?
Yeah, I do, and we all collaborate and make the music our own, and everybody has their own twist and all that. But I'm originally from the South, and I grew up writing songs, and so to me, there's not enough of that in the Santa Cruz Mountains. There's a lot of bluegrass. We actually have great bluegrass in the Santa Cruz area, but I felt like I had a special opportunity to kind of bring some of that flavor to the West Coast, which they're in great need of. They also need biscuits. Please send biscuits to California.
I've always heard you can't trust people who don't like biscuits and gravy.
Some people just never tried it. They never had the right biscuit.
There you go. There you go. That is important. Well, folks, they're going to be headed over to Asheville tonight, but they're going to be back in the area again on Sunday. They'll be up at the Townsend Abbey on Sunday at 1 o'clock, so a second chance to see them while they're here in town. And you can find their complete tour schedule by visiting wolfjett.com.
That's Jett. That's my mother's maiden name, so that's what the name refers to, just so you know.
Super cool. There's a table full of merch available over here afterwards, and we always encourage our audience to shake and howdy with our performers and thank them for making music for us. I'm going to slide on out of the way so we can get some more music right here from Wolf Jett on the Big Plate, live from Barley's.
Over the hills, through the mountains and the valleys, I will go where I know that they won't find me. Fare thee well, my little darling. Very well, for I am bound to that city upon the horizon. Just a little more time to ride before the sun goes down. soon upon the moon I'll be returning. Will that candle in your window still be burning? Fare thee well, my little darling. Fare thee well, for I am bound to that city upon the horizon. Just a little more time to ride before the sun goes down. Just a little more time to ride before the sun goes down. Thank y'all so much. Speaking of bluegrass, that was recorded with AJ Lee and Blue Summit's AJ Lee. If anybody knows her, she plays on that track. It's on Spotify now. It's going to be on our next record. I don't know if y'all get her out here. She's big in Murfreesboro, I've heard. We're going to do something a little bit different, a little bit more from the Merle Haggard side of things. Tried so hard to find my own place, but there just ain't no room for me left in this here red race. I'm not gonna push my own brother out the way just so I can earn another measly dollar more and pay me while the pistons keep on pumping. Trying to build another mansion at the top of the hill. Well, the rich keep getting richer, but the poor just staying poor. With all of that wealth, we got to help each other grow. For every man that rises, I tell you, 10 more people fall. And there's nothing at the bottom to help lift them up. Ignore me while the pistons keep on pumping. Trying to build another mansion at the top of the hill. Below, people there are suffering, and I can't help but feel the way I feel. Well, how can it be so few can have so much, with the rest of us just struggling, trying to keep up? If that should make us stronger, tell me why are we still weak? And why do they try to cut us down every time we try to speak? Me by the pistons keep on pumping, trying to build another mansion at the top of the hill. Below, them people there are suffering, and I can't help but feel the way I feel. No, I can't help but feel the way I feel. Will Ford on guitar, everybody. Still get shipped in on the bass. Thank you. We got one more song for y'all. Thank you so much. From the bottom of our hearts. That's John Payne, my best friend on drums back there. I just wanted to introduce him too. Duncan Shipton on the bass, Will Ford on guitar. They already said my name. Have a great afternoon, y'all. Enjoy James and the rest of the afternoon.
Well, I've been running, yes, I'm crying all the time. I've scoured through the wire, and I've spent my only dime. Hung up on the bills I have to pay. But one day, this could all go away. Well, I called up the doctor, tell him come here quick, 'cause my circuit's overloaded. And I think I might be sick, strung out by the things you said today. Like one day, this could all go away. I'm running through the desert out of Phoenix, Arizona, in the rain. Stopping by a cemetery, see that lonely tombstone, and it said, when every little thing is wrong, look outside your window, baby. Someday all of this could be gone in an instant, in the blink of an eye, without a moment's hesitation. Folks, you stop and wonder why. Tell yourself it'll all be okay. But one day this could all go away. Take it away. I'm running through the desert out of Phoenix, Arizona, in the rain. Stopping by a cemetery, see a lonely tombstone, and it says, every little thing is wrong. Look outside your window, baby. Someday all of this could be gone, 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 gone.
Thank you, WDVX.
Wolf Jett, y'all. Again, feel free to stop by the merch table over there after the show and shake and howdy, and thank them for making, time to come out and make some music for us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from listeners just like yourselves, from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, from the Tennessee Arts Commission, and of course, Barley's right here in Knoxville's Old City, home of the Big Plate, live at noon. And coming up tonight here at Barley's, the Jamie McLean Band is in the house. Barley's takes very good care of us at WDVX, so y'all take good care of your servers and bartenders here today as well. So, we do a lot of shows at WDVX, and we want to invite you all back to do another Blue Plate tomorrow, except we'll be at the Knoxville Visitor Center tomorrow. And coming up tomorrow on the show, Season Amons is going to be with us. I don't know if you all are that familiar with Seasons or not, but she's got a brand new project out. We've been spinning some on WDVX. And you can always find out who's headed to the Blue Plate Special by visiting our website there at WDVX.com. So as we roll along with today's show, our next guest, she is actually on tour with James and has been opening this series of runs with him, as well as I've seen you've been doing some shows with Chris Smither as well. I believe, are you based out of Austin?
I am, yep.
You all give a great big welcome to Betty Sue to the Big Plate, live from Barley's.
Thank you so much.
Henry and me, we got a good thing together. Back in '98, we left for warmer weather. Just kids with fake IDs. Houston was big and we could disappear. Neighbors don't bug, don't even draw near. We can bust it out to Shreveport. Me with Jimmy and see what he sold. And if they're playing in town, we'll see a little band of gold. Try and look at the slots, sleep all the way home. The station's just a 2-mile walk from our door. We never leave a car at the Greyhound lot. Henry says you might as well leave it unlocked. Henry's always got us a new set of wheels. Loves to strike his own kind of deals. This one's hot, out of Phoenix. We're rolling slow, make a show. It's a '65 Ford Valley tag on the floor. We're gonna go downtown, cruise it around, drive it to the coast, leave it for the beach folks. Trade a 4-wagon with a picnic in the back and see what kind of toys kids dig these days. Then we'll throw 'em out the window on the Gulf Coast Highway. So much trash out there, no one can tell anyway. Sunday night, I always call home. It's always Mom who picks up the phone. Tell her I'm good and I'll visit soon. Same thing I've said for years. She'll try to muffle those snot-nosed tears. She knows I can't stand to hear. Henry's never been much of a flirt, so I never worried about him chasing skirt. Him and me, it's all we need. Henry's new best friend is just an ex-sucker looking for a fix for a holding brother. Me and Henry, just like Bonnie and Clyde. Back dead presidents taking on the slide. The only things we ain't got banks in our sights. Just cars and fiends and hungry eyes. Just cars and fiends and hungry eyes. Yeah, Henry and me, we got a good thing together. Back in '98, we left for warmer weather. Just kids with fake IDs. Him and me, it's all we need.
Thank you so much. Such such a pleasure to be here with you. And thanks to James for bringing me out on the road with him and helping me be on this show with y'all today. By the time we got to Richmond, you knew I was somewhere else. My mind was reeling down a different road, and you could see through what I felt. By the time we pulled into Charlotte and threw our bags on the bed, you hadn't said a word in hours, and I had torn my nails to shreds. It's dark with the blackouts drawn tight. Can't tell from here if it's 10 in the morning or the middle of the night. We're gonna lie here together like nothing's wrong. That window unit moaning its own sad song, and it's dark. Baby, it's so dark with the blackouts drawn. Well, by the way, you veered into that lot and dragged so hard the ashes raced to your lips. Well, I knew you had so much to say, you just couldn't find the words to do your anger justice. By the way, I know I haven't said enough, but I believe in who you are. No, and now it's too late. It just fall empty like the bottles in the back seat of this car. It's dark with the blackouts drawn tight. Can't tell from here if it's 10 in the morning or the middle of the night. Gonna lie here together like nothing's wrong. That window unit moaning its own sad song. And it's dark, baby, it's so dark with the blackouts drawn. And we'll just lie here together like nothing's wrong. That old window unit moaning its own sad song. And it's dark, baby, it's so dark with the blackouts drawn. Thank you so much. Such a pleasure.
That's Betty Sue on the Big Plate live from Barley's. You can find more information by visiting her website there at BettySoo.com. And y'all certainly shaking howdy. She was a surprise, an extra bonus for us here today. So certainly thank her for being here with us and making some pretty music. As a matter of fact, she's on tour with James here, and they will be performing tonight at the Bijou Theater. Now, I wish that we had, this is that time that I wish that we had one of those little ticker things, you know, that tells you like how many days to Christmas, or the Olympics is coming in this many days, or whatever, you know. Because I'm going to tell y'all, there's 60 tickets left for this show tonight. 60. I want those 60 tickets gone by the end of this show here today. So consider yourself warned. If you're wanting to go to the show tonight, hurry. Get those tickets right away, because I'm gonna do everything I can to get rid of those tickets today. And I think this man is right here. He's going to sell it for me. Yeah, there's not a lot to be said, except he's here. He's amazing. He's great. Give a great big welcome to James McMurtry, y'all.
How y'all doing? The song here got me a feature in the magazine of the failing New York Times about 6 years ago, and the paper's still in print somehow, and I'm still on the road. Honey, don't you be yelling at me when I'm cleaning my gun. I'll wash the blood off the tailgate when deer season's done. We got one more weekend to go, and I'd like to kill one more doe. So I'll shovel the sidewalk again, 'cause you're still in a stew. And I bet the bridge tender's widow won't mind that I can't please you. She's sure got the run of the men out here where the pickings are thin and there's not much to do. I woke up last night in the grip of a fright, scared to breathe for I might make a noise. For this life that we crave, so little we save between the grandparents' graves and the grandchildren's toys. And we grew up hard, and our children don't know what that means. We turned into our parents before we were out of our teens. Through a series of Chevys and Fords, the occasional spin round the floor at the Copper Canteen. Now the big boxes out on the bypass are shaving us thin. I guess we can hold on a couple more years till the pension kicks in. Then we'll sell all the stock in the store, leave only the lock on the door, and wonder what then. When I wake up at night in the grip of a fright, and you hold me so tight to your chest, and your breath on my skin still pulls me back in till I'm weightless, and then I can rest. So if Monsignor should pull you aside as you're leaving the church, And I'm out on the ice dropping lines for the walleye and perch. Tell him it's not your job to bring me to the fold, and I'd rather stand out in the cold. And honey, I know the wood pile's low and we can't close the flue, so I'll split up a couple more cords for the winter time's through. Hold on to your rosary beads, leave me to my mischievous deeds like we always do.
Thank you.
This one's even more depressing, but it's all right. I'll cheer you up later. Half a section in the short grass at the foot of the plains grows broomweed in the dry times and ragweed when it rains. It's all she's got left that the lawyers don't claim. Jackie does her damn best, never one to complain. She's been green breaking horses when she's home from the road, waiting on dispatch to find her a load. She leased all but the trap, ponies can't graze a thing. Another bobtail, a coastal ought to last 'em till spring. There were pictures on the tables and kids running round. 4 generations of a blinking light town. Was a cotton-eyed Joe, or maybe just the right glance? She got to go in with Randy at the Friday night dance. Just got 2 rules, if my conscience be known. Don't lie to me, don't bring me nothing home. Faithful's a nice word in Sunday school class. Life's just too crazy for that. Randy says not to worry, he'll feed while she's gone. She got the freight liner idling half up on his lawn. He don't like her driving when the northers come blue, but if the horses went hungry, Lord knows what she'd do. Round Christmas up the Cap Rock, you can see all the towns, and the courthouses lit up for 10 miles around. It's a magical time to be traveling the roads, watch the country roll by in the halogens glow. Just got 2 rules, if my conscience be known. Don't lie to me, don't bring me nothing home. Faithful's a nice word in the Sunday school class. Life's just too crazy for that. She jackknifed on black ice with an oversized load. There's a white cross in the bar ditch where she went off the road. Wasn't going that fast, the responders all say. How it ended that bad, we can wonder all day. Just got two rules if my conscience be known. Don't lie to me, don't bring me nothing home. Faithful's a nice word in Sunday school class. Life's just too short for all that. Just got two rules if my conscience be known. Don't lie to me, don't bring me nothing home. Faithful's a nice word in Sunday school class. Life's just too short for all that. Life's just too short for all that. For all that.
It's James McMurtry with us here today on the Big Plate, live from Barley's. It was probably about 25 years ago in the camper when James first came to WDVX. And it was the first, well, Tony called it the first live performance in the camper, electric performance. I think James called it semi-electric on that particular day.
We might have had an amp between us.
I know that there was a drummer who played the fax machine there, you know. I mean, we may do in the camper with what we had.
I think Ronnie, the bass player, actually had to stand outside the camper.
Yeah, that was frequent. You couldn't get everybody in there, and usually the bass players had to go outside. So anyway, my point is it's been a long relationship. You know, in those days, it was a new radio station and it was an Americana station, and nobody understood what Americana was back then.
Well, yeah, that was right on the heels of AAA.
Yes, yes. So then, just this so many years later, here it comes, and you know, I don't know horses and hounds, what number of recording that is for you, but Canola Fields was nominated for Americana Song of the Year. So I mean, how far have we come in 25 years, right?
Well, that was pretty good. Yeah, y'all
It's
have
a
done
thing.
great.
It's been a thing. Now, I think most of y'all are familiar with the fact that James is the son of the great writer Larry McMurtry. They, you know, songwriter, novelist. They, you know, writing is the family business. I'm curious.
Not really.
Not really. Yes, it is. You are.
Larry's the only writer in my background.
Well, I was wondering, have you ever written other than musically?
No.
No. Any interest there?
He never wrote music.
That was my next question.
No, he didn't write verse. He wrote strictly prose.
But you all do write in a similar way that, you know, a lot of writers tell me when they write a song, it's very personal to them. To you, you like to make up stories. You're a storyteller.
Yeah, I'm a fiction writer.
Yeah. Do people ever, like, put you in that position where they think you're the person?
Oh, of course. Yeah, people do that, but, you know, I make the stuff up mostly.
I don't know if I believe him, y'all. I don't know.
Well, you get to believe what you want to, you know.
Well, I am going to believe that by the end of this show, we're selling 60 tickets to the Bijou Theater today. So we're going to sell out that show. It's we got a little sample of Miss Betty Sue here before that will be opening the show tonight.
Yes,
then they're going to be headed over to Nashville tomorrow, and that show's already sold out, y'all. You can find, but
I think
you're
we're
going to be
2 nights in Nashville.
yeah.
I think the second night still has some.
Sunday is
seats
still
available,
some
yeah.
availability. So, you know, jamesmcmurtry.com is the website right there to go to. I bet, did you bring any merch with you?
I did not.
They have to go to the show to get that, don't
Yeah.
they? All right. So certainly shaking howdy with him and thank him for coming over the mountain to be here with us this morning. You know, he let the band sleep in. What a nice guy.
Yeah, they're back in Nashville. They ought to be getting up any time now.
Well, it will be a full band performance tonight at the show. And so I'm going to slide on out of the way so we get some more tunes right here from the man. It's James McMurtry.
Would you mind, could I get a glass of water, no ice? I'll do you a happy song now. Happiest song I ever wrote, right here. It does retain the air of cynicism that McMurtry songs require, but... Looking back down the road from a little ways out, I never had a fear and I never had a doubt. If I'd had a lick of sense, I'd have figured that out pretty fast. But I wasn't any smarter than the average kid. Somebody might have noticed, but I never did. I never saw the future fading right into the past. Talking to the wallpaper, wandering the halls. I burned a lot of bridges and I dropped a lot of balls. It's a wonder I can never go back to any place I've been. But I wouldn't get down on my knees on a bet. I'm near enough to Jesus as I ever want to get. Seeking salvation isn't part of my general plan. Save your prayers for yourself. Raise my glass to your health. I don't mind if you don't look like me. I can share my bread and wine. I come from another time. It don't matter all that much if it don't bleed. If it don't bleed. Now it's all I can do just to get out of bed. There's more in the mirror than there is up ahead. A smile and a nod like I heard what you said every time. So run another rack, pour another shot. You don't get it back, so give it all you got. Well, you still got a more or less functional body and mind. Save your prayers for yourself. Raise my glass to your health. I don't mind if you don't look like me. I can share my bread and wine. I come from another time. It don't matter all that much if it don't bleed. If it don't bleed. I learned to answer my calls and open my mail. I paid my taxes and I stayed out of jail. You stay in the game when you're too broke to fail, that's a fact. Talking to the wallpaper, sleeping in the hall. Your bones get brittle, so you better not fall. You're slow to a crawl and time gets to balling a jack. Run you right off the track. Save your prayers for yourself. Raise my glass to your health. I don't mind if you don't talk like me. I can share my bread and wine. I come from another time. It don't matter all that much if it don't bleed. 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 Must be a cold front coming. So I saw the eastbound C&O, and the coal cars were dusted with a half-inch of snow. And that boy will drive me crazy. I'll do with him and school be out tomorrow if that cold front comes in. Calling out to the dying daylight, where the shadows of the mountains bringing on the night. And the old folks like to whisper, he favors your side in his face. And when he gets a little older, he's gonna lead a merry chase. And I'm all alone, it's alright. It ain't gonna wound my pride. If anyone can claim they're alright, so can I. So can I. And I wrecked the El Camino. Would have been DWI. So I just walked off and left it laying on its side. And the troopers found it in the morning, and they said it's purely luck I wasn't killed. I probably ought to quit my drinking, but I don't believe I will. And I'm all alone, it's alright. It ain't gonna wound my pride. If anyone can claim they're alright, so can I. So can I. He used to ask about you about 1,000,000 times a day. I got so tired of trying to answer, I just turned my head away. Now he don't pay me much attention, and he's not asking anymore. I guess he'd probably know you if you walked back in the door. Calling out to the empty night, watching as the snowflakes come dancing around the light, dancing up against the window. It's like they're peeking through the glass, and they hover for a moment, then they fall on past, calling out
James McMurtry with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Just real quickly, you know, we're going over a little bit here on the show, so I need to just hit the top of the hour with you're listening to East Tennessee's own 89.9 WDVX Clinton, streaming worldwide at WDVX.com, in Knoxville at 102.9, and in Seymour, Seven Islands at 93.9, KnoxBijou.com for tickets for tonight's show with James McMurtry and Betty Sue. I'm out of the way, James. Just had to get a little business out of the way.
Yeah, that last song was Rachel's song. It's not song for Rachel. Some people seem to think. Must be my voice. I don't know. Maybe Betty Sue could come back up here and help me out with this last one here. Back before COVID, we used to spend a lot of time driving back and forth across Western Canada, and you got to drive a long way back and forth because no gigs in the middle. And they grow this stuff up there. It makes this incredible chartreuse blossom, just goes out to the horizon, which is way out there because it's tabletop flat. And we didn't know what that stuff was, and being Americans, we didn't stop to ask. Because we know everything, you know. One day we came to a sign that said canola processing with a phone number. Now we know everything. Thank y'all for coming out and supporting DVX. They've been really good to me for over the years. Yeah, and once again, do tip your server. By that I mean start at 20% and go up like we do here in the United States. You know, some of y'all might be visiting from developed nations where they pay servers a decent living wage and benefits and all that stuff. We haven't developed that far here. They make way less than minimum. You can't live on what a server takes home on the clock, so you got to tip them. Once again, thanks. I was thinking about you crossing southern Alberta. Canola fields on a July day, about the same chartreuse as that 69 bug you used to drive around San Jose. Never knew where my old white Lincoln might take you. Party on wheels with suicide doors. Bring the kids and the dogs and your grandma too. We always had room for more. Till that white knuckle ride back from Santa Cruz. Second best surfer on the Central Coast. Had you wrapped up all the way back to Los Gatos, and I could have cut his throat. And it wasn't like we were an item to start with. It had no basis in fact. But the whiskey could push me to sudden extremes. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. Take my hand, Marie. Take a death grip on some part of me. Keep me from drifting far out to sea, or I'll be lost out there. We all filtered away with the days getting shorter, seeking our place in the greater scheme, kids and careers and a vague sense of order, busting apart at the seams. Now I heard you switched coast, moved in with your sister. Doubt you'd have called it familial bliss. We met up in Brooklyn before it went hipster. You carried your keys in your fist. And in a way back corner of a crosstown bus, we were hiding out under my hat, cashing in on a 30-year crush. You can't be young and do that. You can't be young and do that. Take my hand, Marie. Take a death grip on some part of me. Keep me from drifting far out to sea, or I'll be lost out there. Or I'll be lost out there. I was thinking about you crossing southern Alberta. Canola fields at harvest time look like tumbleweeds all raked up into rows, brown rusty contour lines. There's not much moving on the romance radar, not that I'm craving it all that much, but I still need to feel every once in a while the warmth of a smile and a touch. And in a way back corner of a crosstown bus, we were hiding out under my hatch, cashing in on a 30-year crush. You can't be young and do that. 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 Take my hand, Marie. Take a death grip on some part of me. Keep me from drifting far out to sea, or I'll be lost out there. Or I'll be lost out there. Or I'll be lost out there. Thank you. Travel safe.
James McMurtry, Betty Sue. Hey, y'all, while we're at it, how about one more big round of applause for Wolf Jett, the first half of the show here today as well? Again, feel free to stop by the merch table, shake and howdy with our performers. James and Betty Sue will be at the Bijou Theater tonight. Tickets are available at knoxbijou.com. Join us tomorrow for another Blue Plate special with Season Amons and Joe Clark. Thank y'all. Join us again next time for more real live music on the Big Plate, live from Barley's.